Well, this last weekend, Bruce Jenner officially came out in a Diane Sawyer interview in 2020, ABC's 2020, and let us know that he knew that he was a girl trapped in a boy's body when he was 5 years old, which is very typical of transgenders. They usually know between the ages of 3 and 5 that they're girls trapped in boys' bodies or boys trapped in girls' bodies. And people are confused about transgenders, just like they are gay and lesbian people, and certainly bisexuals. This is all kind of a type of birth defect, a sort of what would you call it? It's one of these things where we're looking at a pregnancy problem where the mother during the 3rd to 7th week of pregnancy is missing nutrients, very particular nutrients. And this is all discussed in my books, Rare Earths and Cures, The Epigenetics, The Death of Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, Public Enemy #1, my new CD. There's a considerable amount of information on this subject in my new CD, Public Enemy #1. And, of course, nations have been dealing with this for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. These sorts of things have been discussed by the Egyptian physicians 5, 6, 7, 8,000 years ago. It's written in the Old Testament, the New Testament, and so forth. So it's not like these things are new. Congenital events, I prefer to call them rather than birth defects, because these are people, and they're kind of like people with cerebral palsy. Okay, there's a congenital event. The mom was missing something during the formation of the cerebellum. When people, particularly are transgenders, bisexual, asexual, crazy Aunt Ruthie who never dated and died at 92, a spinster, crazy Uncle Frank died at 75, never went on a date. These individuals have a congenital event that went on with their preoptic hypothalamus. There's two things that go on with people's sexuality. And I'm talking from a scientific status here. Number one, when the sperm fertilizes the egg, you get a XX female or an XY male. Your gender, as you are born, will either be a boy or a girl. Sometimes kids are born with both pieces. They have boy and girl and hermaphrodites. But who you're going to chase for sex, who you're going to receive overtures from for sex, is dependent upon the degree of development of what's called the preoptic hypothalamus in the brain, which occurs over a period of several weeks. And if there's no cells in that part of the brain, which is a little peninsula smaller than the last joint of your little finger, has nothing to do with life or death. But if there's no cells in there, you're going to be asexual. There's just a few cells in there, and they're randomly occur in both parts of that preoptic hypothalamus that tells you to chase boys or chase girls. You're going to be bisexual. You don't care who you have your orgasms with. You're just having fun. And then if they randomly fall all on the side that says chase a girl, and you're a girl, well, you're going to be a lesbian. If they say chase a boy and you're a boy, you're going to be a gay male. And then, of course, you have the straights, okay, which are considered normal, right? And the straights, these are the people who are, they have all the cells necessary in both parts of the brain, the preoptic hypothalamus, that tell you to chase the opposite sex and to receive overtures from the opposite sex. And so there's this whole range of things that are occurring in this preoptic hypothalamus over a period of 3 weeks, 4 weeks in early pregnancy, about the 3rd to 7th week of pregnancy. And so, like all congenital events, a.k.a. birth defects, whether it's heart defects, spina bifida, Down syndrome, things like cleft palate, cleft lip, missing digits and toes, extra digits and toes, missing limbs, extra limbs, many, many different types of problems here. We're also talking about problems with sexuality. Now, it's interesting that the preoptic hypothalamus actually develops at the same time that the cerebellum does. When the cerebellum is underdeveloped, you get varying degrees of cerebral palsy. And so I reasoned that that means that people with cerebral palsy are going to have more congenital problems with gender and sex, and that's absolutely true. It's kind of interesting. A guy in Australia, a psychologist in Australia, did a big paper on that because he was getting so many people with cerebral palsy and they're having sexuality problems, and he did a survey. And I'm actually coming up with a scientific paper which outlines all this, discusses this. I've probably got about 100 papers for references. And my first delving into this, because I get so many inquiries, came out in 1994 with the book Rare Earth Spin Cures, and then in 2013, 2014, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, and my newest CD, which just came out, Public Enemy #1. Okay? And so these are where you're going to get the information to understand these congenital events that lead to asexuality, bisexuality, lesbians, gay males, transgenders, like Bruce Jenner. And, of course, it's very interesting that the government, I'm assuming that's President Obama, has appointed a guy by the name of Randy Berry, who is a transgender himself, as to be a special envoy for human rights for lesbians, gay men, bisexuals, and transgender people for the UN and so forth. So these things are happening. We can talk more about that later, because all these sexual mishaps are preventable with proper nutrition prior to conception. They can't be fixed afterwards, after the baby's born. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Longevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Longevity's JavaFit line of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. If you're looking to lose weight, try JavaFit Diet Plus 62, a high-energy, gourmet coffee fortified with a blend of nutrients such as gambosia, citrus, and an extra shot of caffeine to pump up energy and help achieve a healthy weight. Unlike most diet drinks, you won't taste a difference. But for this to work, you can't load your coffee with cream and sugar. Contact your local Longevity distributor to get Jovolution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
So you finally decided to start taking a vitamin supplement. Those chewables and tablets are fine if you don't mind paying for something that is only absorbed about 4 to 6%. However, a liquid supplement can have a 90% absorption rate if you choose the right one. Longevity offers a wide variety of liquid supplements with a 90% absorption rate or more. Beyond Tangy Tangerine may be the best one ever invented. It starts as a liquid, then is freeze-dried like those instant coffees into a crystal. Then all you have to do is add a couple of scoops to water. No refrigeration, no fuss, no mess. Not only do you get a complete multiple vitamin, Beyond Tangy Tangerine also has minerals, and it tastes fantastic. You'll want to drink it all day long. So the next time you reach for a vitamin supplement, reach for Beyond Tangy Tangerine from Longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a little bit today about obesity and overweight and weight gain in children, as we have a Fox News story here with a headline, "Just 1 hour of TV a day linked to unhealthy weight in kids." According to a study, researchers are calling for stricter recommendations on screen time. And this all happened at the University of Virginia. They say researchers analyzed data from 11,000 kids, found kindergartners and first graders that were watching TV at least an hour a day, and they all seemed to be overweight or obese, and the children watched than those that watched for less than 60 minutes a day. They say childhood obesity is an epidemic in the U.S. and is a hot topic in recent years. According to the CDC, say it's more than doubled in children and quadrupled in adolescents in the past 30 years. As the CDC estimated in 2012, which is the most recent data, that more than one-third of children and adolescents were overweight or obese. Previous research had linked obesity and screen time, but the statistics had not shown that such a short amount of time had a significant effect on weight. And they used data from the Early Childhood Longitudinal Survey from the National Center for Education Statistics. Included 3 longitudinal studies that examined child's development, school readiness, and early school experiences, and also included lifestyle factors such as the number of hours of TV that children watch and how often they use computers, and the children's weight and height. According to information, they followed them about a year and found that both kindergartners and first graders who watched 1 hour of TV or more per day had a significantly higher body mass indexes and were up to 60% more likely to be overweight and up to 73% to be more likely to be obese. obese than children who watched less than 60 minutes a day. Study author Dr. Mark D. DeBoer, Associate Professor of Pediatrics at the University of Virginia, said that computer use was not associated with a higher weight. In the study, he said the higher amounts of computer use were not expected to be associated with less physical activity, but may not lower energy expenditure while as much as TV watching does. Study results showed that the average U.S. kindergartner watches about 3.3 hours of TV a day, and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends limiting children and teens to fewer than 2 hours a day. This was all presented at the Pediatric Academy Society's annual meeting. So there you go, Doc. TV is why kids are overweight.
Well, this is going to be one of those failed medical theories, of course. And, of course, the kids come home after school, they're hungry, and as you say, they're watching TV. They get messages about eating snack foods. They have plenty of snack foods for them after school. And because they're minerally deficient, because they're not getting any supplements, if they do get supplements, they may get 1 or 2 vitamins. They rarely get any minerals. And we're looking at they're extremely short in nutrition, and they have cravings and binge-eating behaviors and the munchies. And they're going to eat a lot more than they should, which are the symptoms of these mineral deficiencies. And again, I urge everybody to get a hold of the book, Hell's Kitchen, The Cause, Prevention, Cure of Obesity. It also discusses type 2 diabetes and the metabolic syndrome. Get the free CD when you order from your Longevity associate. And really understand that obesity is, in fact, a deficiency of minerals. There are some minerals, if you're deficient in them, you are going to gain an enormous amount of weight. These are the people who are 600 pounds, 800 pounds, 1,200 pounds. And I've dealt with a lot of big people that are, over 600 pounds, and these people respond extremely well. 400 pounds, they'll lose 250 pounds in 7 months. No wrinkly skin, no flabby skin. It all tightens right up as long as they're getting the 90 for Life program. And, of course, we have the accelerator called ASAP, as slim as possible, as soon as possible, which comes along in our healthy weight loss program. And it's very simple. People do not need gastric bypass surgery. People do not need to have their diets controlled by outside agencies and have their meals mailed to them 3 times a day. It's really insane. Or take prescription drugs to subdue their appetites. And little kids, you can't stop them from watching TV. You could give them an iPhone and they'll be playing video games all day, right? And so this sort of stuff has nothing to do with obesity. It's a simple mineral deficiency. Get the book, Hell's Kitchen, and you'll be amazed. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie After These messages.
The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Longevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Longevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Longevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Walford Heights, California. And Robert, you are on with Dr. Wallach.
Robert, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello, Robert, you're on the air.
Thank you. I had a heart attack a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and my doctor put me on ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, and cholesterol-lowering medicine. And the prescriptions didn't quite work very well, and the doctor kept, switching ACE inhibitors and beta blockers. And I'm not even really overweight. I'm only, 170 pounds. But he also put me on cholesterol-lowering medicine. So eventually...
Okay. And so the question is?
Well, I got a hold of your book, and I started reading your book, and I started talking to the doctor, and eventually I got a hold of Tangy Tangerine and Osteoflex. And I started taking that, and my blood pressure came down, and I just stopped taking the ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, and the cholesterol-lowering medicine. However, I've been on Tangy Tangerine and Osteoflex, and now Selenium for a good 6 months, but the Tangy Tangerine for probably over a couple of years. But anyway, my blood pressure, because I got my own blood pressure cuff, has started to creep up again.
Okay. How old are you, sir? How old are you?
50.
Okay. And what type of heart attack did you have?
You said I had a mild heart attack.
Well, that doesn't answer the question. I'm talking about, did you have a coronary thrombosis? Did you have cardiomyopathy heart attack?
I don't know. I just had this pains in my chest.
Okay. Any rate, what I would add to your program, of course, this is actually a Shar thing. Shar, what would you do for this 50-year-old guy, 170 pounds? He's taking a good spread of products, including the selenium and the 90 and so forth. And what would you do for him to help him support healthy blood pressure?
I did give him the Ultimate Daily.
Ultimate Daily, absolutely. That's the only thing I would add to your program. Char is exactly 100% right. At 170 pounds, I go ahead and take 3 of those tablets twice a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. 1 bottle a month will allow that to happen. And it's designed to support healthy blood pressure and support healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries. When you have a creeping, rising blood pressure, it may be the reason for your original heart attack is inflammatory lesions inside the arteries of your heart and your brain, your eyes, and your kidneys. Okay? And this obstruction of the arteries causes a reduced caliber. In other words, the diameter of the inside of the arteries is going down, and so the pressure goes up, kind of like a hydraulic system. And you need to stop all the bad foods, the things that cause inflammation and cause the arteries to be plugged. It has nothing to do with cholesterol. It actually has to do with fried foods, processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, deli slices, sandwich meat, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami. Absolutely no oils. It means no olive oil, no coconut oil, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils, and no gluten, no wheat, no barley, no rye, no oat. Get rid of all the inflammatory stuff out of your life, because you can do a good job of recovering from a first heart attack you survived, but if you don't change your diet and you keep eating salad dressings and cooking oils and taking in gluten and taking in fried foods, they keep inflaming the arteries and make the inside diameter smaller and smaller and smaller. And in particular, in your kidneys, they'll release a hormone called renin, which drives your blood pressure up. So, Ultimate Daily tablets add to your program and get rid of all the bad foods. Call us every 2 weeks, Robert. Let us know how your blood pressure is doing. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach.
We We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Positive results from satisfied customers of Heart and Body Extract continue to pour into our website, hbextract.com.
This is Al from New Jersey. One day I saw your ad for Heart and Body Extract, and it mentioned that it would help me with angina, so I decided to order. I figure I had nothing to lose.
Heart and Body Extract supplies your body with everything it needs to balance itself and maintain optimal heart and circulatory health with no negative side effects.
I took the formula 3 times a day as directed, and I kid you not, within 4 days my angina pain was completely gone.
Order HB Extract by calling 866-295-5305 or online at hbextract.com. That's 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com.
I could not believe it actually stopped the pain. Heart and Body Extract actually works. This is just an amazing product. Even the numbness in my hands is completely gone.
Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. When you call, you get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you have been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
All right, let's head to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And Tim, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Tim, you're on the air.
Hey, Doc, real quick question here. The governor declared an emergency on Thursday for the H5N2 virus, and I'm just wondering how concerned I need to be and what I might be doing.
Okay, anytime you have these types of avian viruses running around, of course, there's always potential for a human disaster, because humans are susceptible to these things. So here's where you want to really ramp up on the Pure Works. And Shar?
Hello?
Yeah, Shar. You have to say something. Hello? Okay, Shar, you travel a lot, and I know you use a lot of Pure Works. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the spray or the foam? Or
I like the foam.
Like the foam? Okay. And I use both of them. You know, when I take my showers, I use the Pure Works liquid soap as kind of a shower gel. I use the Pure Works foam on my feet after I take my shower and wash myself all over, including my feet. I still use the Pure Works foam on my feet when I put my clean socks on. And I use the Pure Works before I eat, after I eat. And, of course, if I'm in an airplane and people are hacking and coughing, I like to use the aromatherapy oils. And Shar, which one of the aromatherapy oils would you use in an airplane with people hacking and coughing, maybe some bird flu virus in there?
Tea tree and eucalyptus.
Tea tree, eucalyptus, okay. I'd throw in also Breath of Life. If you have any congestion or nasal congestion, sinuses and lung congestion, throw in the Breath of Life also. But Shar's right. Eucalyptus globulus is my favorite, also tea tree oil. And then don't forget the colloidal silver, our Envision colloidal silver. You want to gargle with that, a dropper full and a couple ounces of water. Gargle with that 2-3 times a day. And personal hygiene is imperative. It doesn't hurt. If it's really getting rough and if they've declared an emergency, it wouldn't hurt to go to the pharmacy and get a big roll of those masks that they use for spray painting and putting up drywall. I think they're called the M95s or whatever it is. That's the ones that have the smallest particle barrier. And you want to use those, and it doesn't hurt to put a couple of drops of the eucalyptus or Breath of Life on there to give yourself some added protection. And everybody around you, you want to do the same thing. I go to a hotel room. You want to use, again, the PureWorks sprayer foam on telephones, TV remotes, bathrooms. Even though they've been cleaned, they put that little piece of paper around the toilet. You still want to spray the toilet seats, the toilet bowls, all the handles on the showers, the handles on the sinks, telephones, anything you're going to handle. You really need to be crazy about it. Push plates on doors, door handles, because when people... they cough into their hands and then they grab handles and push plates and all that kind of stuff. So the bugs are everywhere. And so personal hygiene and barriers such as masks, gloves, little plastic gloves if you're dealing with people. And I shake hands with 300-400 people a day. And so I go through a lot of PureWorks. Okay, we'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way after these messages. Thank you for the great question, Tim.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and want to try longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. Again, that number is 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we will see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember the phone number. Again, it's 313-444-3463. Again, that number is 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Normal blood pressure, naturally. How would that make you feel?
I'm Don from New Mexico. January of 2000, I had a heart attack. Then my real health began going downhill, and I had high blood pressure, high blood sugar, poor vision, and I really wasn't sleeping well. I was a mess, pretty much.
Don reports dramatic improvements with Heart and Body Extract.
I started taking Heart and Body Extract, and from within a few days, I started sleeping a lot better. My blood pressure normalized, my blood sugar normalized, and my sleep really did improve.
Experience these benefits and more when your body gets what it needs with the assistance of Heart and Body Extract. Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. That's hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
And folks, I did not expect this at all. By the 7th, 8th, and 9th day, I saw dramatic improvements from taking Heart and Body Extract.
Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
Let's head to New York, and Rovina, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Rolina, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
I have a 63-year-old male. He's 150 pounds, and he's 5'7", with stage 4 cancer. And it's spread to his lungs and other parts of his body, and it's still spreading. And there's pain in his feet, and he's now taking chemotherapy and radiation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, you said stage 4 cancer. Is this colon cancer, or where did it come from?
Yes, I'm sorry. Stage 4 colon cancer.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when you get to this point, you really have a life-threatening problem, right? This is a very, very severe, advanced life-threatening problem. And eventually the doctors are going to tell him, look, you only have so much time to live here. Chemotherapy and radiation usually fail 97% of the time. That's been published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, so it's nothing new. But this is the medical doctor's effort to reduce the size of these tumors and give the person another little more time on this earth. And that's, to me, kind of a weak response, okay? Usually what I would do here, and this is based on actual studies from Clemson University, is I'd give this fella 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. That's the quickest way to say everything. I'd also get him an extra bottle of selenium because I want him to take 9 of our ultimate selenium a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. and that'll take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month and an extra bottle of selenium to pull that off. 1 ounce of the Osteo twice a day, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 twice a day, 3 of the EFA Pluses twice a day, and 3 of the EFAs twice a day. And that's going to support this fellow's immune system. Also want him to have 1 ounce of the Ultimate Classic. It's a liquid. I want him to have 1 ounce at bedtime with a glass of water. 1 quart will last him a month. He could go up to 2 ounces a day if he wants to. It'd be 2 quarts a month of the Ultimate Classic. And a study by Clemson University on human cell cultures, in the cell cultures that were afflicted with colon cancer, there was a 95% survival rate when the Ultimate Classic was used as a nutrient for the cell culture. There was the human cells that were afflicted with colon cancer. So that you want to be sure to throw that in. Also, I'd have him take 9 of the Ocean's Gold tablets a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. It'd be 3 bottles a month. And that's going to give him a significant supply of sea cucumber. And sea cucumber is now legendary for supporting people's immune system when they have cancer, and does a really good job to help them with their survival rates, okay? And so also he's got to get rid of all the things that drive cancer. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. And this will help him get the best he can get. And, of course, our goal here is 2 things. Number 1, increased quality of life, and secondly, maximum survival time. Only the good Lord knows how much time he's going to get, but this will give him a better quality of life, I would think, than another round of chemotherapy and radiation. So whether he chooses to do both, obviously he's made that decision because he's going through chemotherapy and radiation. So let us know how this fellow's doing, okay, after a month. Okay, let's see here. Doug, let's go to another caller.
All right, let's head to Virginia. And Sheila, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Sheila. You're on the air.
Hi, yes, Dr. Wallach. I have a question for you. My doctor wants to do a hysterectomy. I have a stage 2 prolapsed uterus. What's your suggestion?
Okay. And what is he doing for you now, just until he's recommending the surgery? Are they doing anything for you now?
No, they're not doing anything.
Okay. How old are you?
He's having a lot of pain. I'm 39 years old.
Okay. And have you had children?
Yep, I had twins when my last pregnancy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you have any history of arthritis or back problems?
Back problems.
Okay. And do you have any history of skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
Lichen planus.
Lichen planus, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And have you had any history of respiratory problems chronically, like asthma or bronchitis?
No.
Okay. Do you have any your children? Do they have any asthma, bronchitis, or skin problems?
I have 2 daughters that have asthma.
Okay.
And they have
skin
problems. They have eczema.
Sure. Char, what's Sheila's problem here?
She has a gluten intolerance, and she passed it along through the cord blood or breast milk.
Yeah, and so you need to, Char's exactly right, you need to make sure that your children are also gluten-free, and if you have brothers and sisters, they need to be gluten-free. If your mother's still alive, she needs to be gluten-free, and all of her siblings need to know. If your grandmother's still alive, she needs to know, because this is passed on, not genetically, but it is passed on through cord blood and the breast milk. Now, what makes this significant for a prolapsed bladder is you can't absorb efficiently. That includes all the raw materials to maintain ligaments and tendons that hold the uterus in place. So the first thing I want you to do is mechanical. In addition to getting rid of the gluten, you can start the gluten right now. Just absolutely no gluten, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, and no gluten, no wheat, no barley, no rye, no oats. Then I would put a 1-inch board underneath the feet of your bed, not underneath your feet, but the feet of the bed, so you're sleeping with your head down and 1 inch below your feet. That way gravity is going to help hold the uterus in place. There is a small device you can get from a pharmacy without a prescription called a pituitary, and that's inserted into the vagina. It has a couple of fingers that kind of hold the uterus up in place, and you can wear that during the day, take it out at night when your feet are 1 inch higher than your head. But I would also, in addition to the 2 healthy start packs, okay, I would throw in a couple of things to help with the muscles and the tendons. What would you throw into 2 healthy start packs for this lady, Char, to help her with the tendons and ligaments to hold the uterus in place?
I give her the selenium because it's got the copper in it.
Okay, selenium, perfect. And what would you do for cartilage and ligaments?
I give Glucogel.
Exactly, Glucogel, perfect. Yeah, 2 bottles of Glucogel. It'd be 2 healthy start packs, 1 full dose for everything at breakfast and dinner. 2 bottles of selenium. That would give you 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. And again, it's for the selenium as well as for the copper that's in there as a cofactor for the selenium to support maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue. I would also throw in 2 bottles of Glucogel, 15 a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's going to help support and promote, again, maintenance repair of ligaments, tendons, holding in the uterus, but also for the disc in your back. Many, many benefits there. But the basic underlying problem of all this is a gluten intolerance, which causes a malabsorption. Okay, so you can't absorb enough nutrients to maintain your tissues properly. So you must get off of gluten. All your children need to get off of gluten. Your mom, brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, and you're going to save people a lot of unnecessary misery. Call us every couple of weeks. Let us know how you guys are doing. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Maryland. And Chris, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Chris, you're on the air.
Hi. My mother was diagnosed with hemolytic anemia about 1.5 years ago, and she's done the prednisone, 2 courses of Rituxan. She's had 3 transfusions, and now they're talking about removing her spleen. And I'm wondering which of your nutrients you'd recommend for hemolytic anemia.
Okay, well, hang on. We'll answer that question. It's a very common problem. It's a simple nutritional deficiency. And hang on, we'll be back, and we'll talk about your mom's problems, Chris, after these messages.
You may have heard about the 90 essential nutrients or the mighty 90 needed for good health. But with all the products out there, what exactly are they talking about? The mighty 90 is 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 60 plant-derived minerals, and 2 essential fatty acids. So now you know. But with all the products you see and hear advertised, what exactly do you buy to come up with the mighty 90 and the right ratios to promote good health? Youngevity has made it easy with the Healthy Start Pack, which contains 1 canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine vitamin and plant-derived mineral complex, 1 bottle of bone and joint enriching OsteoFX Plus, and 1 bottle of EFA Plus essential fatty acids, all in the proper ratios to promote good health and vitality. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on health care by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about health care. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join the Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 94 Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to Maryland and Chris. Okay, hemolytic anemia can be caused by a variety of nutritional deficiencies, including vitamin E, omega-3 essential fatty acids, copper, and so forth. things that have to do with the membrane strength of the erythrocyte, the red blood cell. And so what does your mom weigh, Chris?
About 141. She lost 30 pounds when we first realized something wasn't right. Mm-hmm. And so she's, and her weight is going up and down like 3 or 4 pounds now.
Sure. Does she have any history of skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
No.
Does she have any history of lung problems, asthma, bronchitis?
No.
Any belly problems, constipation, diarrhea, bloating, reflux?
No, but she does have a mesh. She had a partial mastectomy with a tram 25 years ago, and she has a mesh in there. Okay, and that was for what reason? They called it precancerous cells of the breast, and in those days they just, took the breast, and then they rebuilt it with the stomach fat, and then she had a rupture, so then they had to put the mesh in.
Okay. All right. And so what I would do here is get her off all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. Be real obsessive about it. But also got 141 pounds. Because she has this problem, I started her out with 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month. I would also give her the de-stress capsules, 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. And I would also give her... I think that's where I would go with that, okay? That's going to cover all the territory necessary. Get rid of the bad stuff, 2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month, and then you throw in the you throw in the 2 bottles a month of the de-stress capsules. That's going to cover B12 and B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, and so on, okay? And make sure she's gluten-free. Even though she doesn't sound like she has any gluten problems, I still keep her gluten-free. Give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how it's going, because this should resolve itself pretty quick. Okay. Doug, we've got time to start another one?
Yeah, we've got a couple of minutes here. Let's head to Alberta, Canada. And Linda, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Linda. You're on the air.
Hi. I have been diagnosed with something called adult-onset Still's disease last summer. And I did start, my husband got me the tangy tangerine and the vitamins, and I've been going that route. I did find a physician that prescribed minocycline, 100 milligrams on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But I just saw the rheumatologist. He wants me to go on methotrexate and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, for listeners, Still's disease is a type of arthritis, and you get an irregular rash and fever, right?
Yep.
Okay, now, did you have rashes as a kid or asthma or bronchitis as a kid?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Shar, what's the basic problem here?
She has a gluten intolerance, for sure.
Yeah, this is very, very simple stuff. Gluten intolerance, and, of course, your kids, your brothers and sisters, your mom, aunts and uncles on your mom's side all need to be gluten-free. No wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And what do you weigh?
170.
170. Okay, what would you give this gal, Linda Shar, what would you give her for this arthritis in addition to the gluten-free diet?
I'd give her 2 healthy bone and joint packs.
Perfect. 2 healthy bone and joint packs. That would be 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. And the reason why you're having these irregular fevers and the rash is because you do have a gluten intolerance, and it shows up different people. It could be rashes like eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis. It could be asthma. It could be bowel problems. Some people get it all, and some people don't get any until they're 50 years old. But sounds like you got some real severe gluten problems there. But the 2 healthy bone and joint packs, as Shar said, you're going to be going the right direction as long as you can maximize your absorption, which will mean everybody in that family, including your husband, dogs, cats, bird, fish, everybody in the household, mother-in-law, got to be gluten-free. Call us every couple of weeks, Linda, and give us a report, and we'll walk you through this. Well, thank you so much, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.